Well, like I said, that's why we know. How do I know that gun's not stolen or something?
Well, how do you know? How do I know you didn't just rape somebody?
Well, you don't know that.
Okay, but I'm not going to bend you over and check you for semen samples, am I?
But here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
But here's the deal.
So here's the deal.
And here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
Here's the deal. Because here's the deal.
Here's the deal. Either give me your ID or you go to jail. How about that?
Catch me outside. How about that?
How about that? How about that?
Here's the deal.
In pursuit of a Mazda heading south on 3 Points Road.
I wanted to go over this right here that happened in Cameron, Texas. I like the way this guy handled this stop from this Texas cop. Like we always say, an injustice that happens to one man anywhere is injustice that happens to all men everywhere. And if you reverse that, a justice that happens, a stand against tyranny that comes from one man anywhere is a stand against tyranny, and it's recorded as a win for all men everywhere. Watch this. Watch how this guy stands his ground and does not comply with an officer who tells him, hey, just stay put. I'm going to check on you. I'm going to make sure everything's okay. The reason for the stop was because he was doing something that he had a perfect right to do. Let's listen.
Out here in Cameron, Texas, doing an armed bike ride. Got AR-15 on my back, made here in Cameron, Texas.
AR-15 on his back.
It's a Blackjack Firearms AR-15 from Cameron, Texas. So, just doing, I guess, basically a Second Amendment audit. I almost said 82nd Amendment. Get it? 82nd Airborne? Whatever. Alright. I see a police car just went by.
By the way, Cameron, Texas is about 244 miles from Uvalde.
Doesn't look like he's turning around yet.
I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this.
Hey, let me turn my music off here. Hey, not much. How you doing? Oh, no. What are they concerned about? They don't have one?
I guess not. I was trying to call them to see what's going on.
Huh? Well, just we're going for a bike ride.
Okay. Where you headed to?
That way.
Well, where's that to, though? I mean.
Just that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where you coming from? Been riding for a while?
That way. I don't answer those kinds of...
Where are you headed to? Where are you coming from? What'd you have for breakfast? What kind of firearm is that? Mind if I take it off? Hey, we're going to detain you for a little bit. Do you live around here? Who's your next of kin? Let me have your ID.
Questions?
Okay.
I'm just out for a bike ride, man.
Okay. Well, I mean, we're just concerned, anybody, just to make sure everything's all right,
Yeah, everything's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, just out exercising my rights, exercising my body.
Okay. All right, just 1 minute, okay?
Diligent Escape says, oh, where am I heading? This way.
All right, wait, what, am I being detained? Because I want to keep my ride going.
Right, just hold on really quick, like I said, I'm going to get you back on the road.
Well, I mean, if I'm not being detained, I just want to go.
We want to make sure that, everything's okay, do you have an ID or anything?
Yeah, but I'm not going to provide it. I just want to go and finish my bike.
I don't have your ID. I don't know anything about you. I haven't run any. There's no tags to run because you're on a bike, but I need you to hang tight here for a couple minutes so I can find out what's going on. How is 2 minutes going to help you find out what's going on when you don't have my ID, you don't know who I am, you don't know where I'm coming from, you don't know where I'm going, you don't know anything about me? How are you going to figure out what's going on? This is a lame excuse for this guy to have an opportunity to trample the bikers' rights.
Right.
All right, just 1 minute.
Am I being detained?
Yes, sir.
Okay, for what crime?
I want to make sure that, there's nothing going on with the rifle.
Well, it's on my back, but what crime am I being detained for?
By the way, if you're being detained, you're being deprived of your right to travel on the roadways unmolested. If you're being detained, this right here is deprivation of rights under color of law, 18 U.S.C. 242. by saying yes, you are detained. I don't suspect you of having committed any crime. Doesn't look like you're engaged in any kind of crime. As a matter of fact, it looks like you're engaged in constitutionally protected activity to me, but I'm going to go ahead and violate your rights anyway. I'm going to deprive you of your rights. He's already transgressed 18 U.S.C. 242 at least.
Because you have to have articulable suspicion. So,
well, like I said, you've been called on the rifle. I just want to make sure everything's okay. And
hey, that guy's driving a truck. Do you have to pull him over to make sure he can legally drive that truck? All right, if you don't have a crime that I'm suspected of committing,
I need you to give me backup. I pulled a guy over here. He's on his bike. He's doing absolutely nothing wrong, but I'm such a coward. I need some more backup, some more reinforcements.
I'm going to be about my way.
Well, like I said, we just want to make sure everything's okay.
Everything's okay. You made sure. I'm good to go. I'm out here riding my bike. I got a bright yellow shirt on.
I understand.
So.
Well, like I said, that's why we know. How do I know that gun's not stolen or something?
Well, how do you know? How do I know you didn't just rape somebody?
Well, you don't know that.
Okay, but I'm not going to bend you over and check you for semen samples, am I? All right, well.
Guys, that is classic. That is classic.
Well, I appreciate that. You had to answer your call. You saw that there's no illegal conduct going on, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
No, do you see illegal conduct going on?
Sure.
You have to detain me, you have to be sure or have some articulable, reasonable suspicion.
Well, like I said, you're out here with a rifle. I understand. I'm glad.
But it's legal, right? Having a rifle is legal, right?
Yes, you can have a rifle.
Okay, riding a bike is legal, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm riding my bike on the right side of the road, right?
Like I said, if you just hold on.
I don't want to hold on. I want to finish my exercise. So if I'm not being detained, because here's the thing, I don't think I'm being legally detained, so I have a right to leave. Okay, I'll tell you what, I'm going to keep riding down this way because I'm legally doing so. And your supervisor, if he thinks I'm doing something wrong and he's got articulable, reasonable suspicion that I'm committing a crime, I don't want to hold on. I'm going to go about my lawful business.
This guy is so used to getting his way. Look, hang tight, they tell you. I'll be right back, partner, they tell you. Don't worry, it's only going to be 2 minutes, they'll tell you. Yeah, you're harassing me. You're detaining me for no reason. You don't have a suspicion that I've committed or am committing a crime. You see that everything that I'm doing right now is absolutely perfectly in line with the Constitution that you swore to protect, defend, and uphold. And there's no reason for me to sit here. So I'm not going to do what you say. But a lot of people, a lot of Americans will just roll over. Hey, I need you to just hang tight here for a second. We're just going to check and make sure everything's all right. First of all, I'm not going to hang tight. How are you going to check on anything? You don't know my name. You don't know anything about me. You don't know where I'm going, where I'm coming from. You don't know anything. There's nothing that you're going to be able to do that's going to change your mind from where it is right now. And you're violating 18 U.S.C. 242, deprivation of rights under color of law, and I'm not going to stand for it. How about that?
It'll take maybe 2 minutes.
In 2 minutes, you can pull me over. I'm going straight down this road. I'm not turning off anywhere.
If you can hold on.
I don't want to hold on.
I want to make sure that you are supposed to have a rifle. Make sure you're
not. How are you going to find out if I'm supposed to have a rifle or not?
You're not a felon or anything. We want to make sure that you're supposed to be.
It's pathetic.
But how do you know anything? It's none of your business. Do you suspect me of being a felon in possession of a rifle?
I know that.
Then you can't just stop people. You understand how Terry works.
Like I said, I want to make sure.
You do understand how Terry works, right?
If somebody, just 1 minute, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, Terry. Yeah. How does Terry work? In a nutshell, officer safety trumps individual rights. That's Terry. And that's what this guy's trying to do. Well, you know what? I just want to be safe. Thankfully, this cop hasn't gone rogue and started pointing a gun and started shooting at this guy for not complying.
I'm going to go because I'm going to exercise my right to end this consensual encounter. I will be going straight down this road. Thank you.
That's a good way to get shot in the back, but this guy is absolutely
and I'm on my
right.
way. Didn't even ask for permission.
Yep. Because free men
just
don't
keep this
ask
on.
for permission.
That was Vargas with, it looked like Milam County Sheriffs. I can't tell, but I'm going to keep this on just in case. If it does cut out and they pull me over again, maybe I should watch where I'm going, huh? If it does cut out and I've got other video going. I've got 3 different cameras right now that are going. So we'll see how this goes. I don't play their little games. If they want to unlawfully arrest me,
That's actually a good idea, to go on a bike ride or go on a walk with your family or whatever with your AR-15 strapped to your back and just see how the local law enforcement, the local community is actually going to act. So you can acclimate them and get them used to, get them programmed into thinking, hey, anybody can do this. I can do this. You can do this, because we're supposed to be free in the land of the free, home of the brave. If you don't think that we can, and if it freaks you out, maybe you need to check your own heart.
then they can do so, but he has yet to articulate any reasonable suspicion or articulable suspicion that would justify any detaining. He just talked about my rifle. He said himself. I asked him, is it legal for me to carry this rifle? He said yes. Is it legal for me to ride my bike? He said yes. Am I riding my bike on the right side of the road? He said yes. So I'm doing everything legally. Here's another police car right here. Milam County Sheriff there going by. We'll see how that goes. Let me see if I can turn this around.
Be great to have a 360 camera so you could see all over the place at one time.
Here's my question. Why are people calling the cops anyway? Oh my gosh, there's a guy, he's walking down the road, he's got a rifle on his back and he's riding his bike. I mean, seriously. Why do people call cops when there's a guy who's wearing... Here, let me turn this around.
Let me just stop this for a second. Can you imagine how positively society's perception would change if a whole bunch of people, a large percentage of the people in your community, it probably doesn't even need to be large, maybe 10 or 15% of the people in your community just started open carrying? Can you imagine I can only imagine that crime would go down. More people get used to these guns being out and good guys having them, and then, you kind of start expecting, hey, there should be a lot of good guys around here with guns. No problem. Hey, how come in the last 5 years we haven't had a school shooting? How come in the last 7 years we haven't had anybody shoot up a post office or another kind of gun-free zone?
I'm wearing a motorcycle or a bicycle helmet. I've got a big red bandana on. I've got bicycle gloves, a bright yellow shirt on. The rifle's on my back, not in my hands. Why would anybody call the cops? Am I being followed? Can't tell. Yep, I'm being followed. Yeah, right over there. They're still following me. So, we'll see. Wonder how long they're going to follow me for. This really was almost going to be a quick ride because I was about halfway done with it. But yes, I'm in Cameron. By the way, I'm in Cameron. I am getting ready up. He just drove by. He just left me. So apparently, yeah, I'm here at the park, or getting ready to pass the Cameron Park. But he just drove past me. I guess that means, I guess I am good to go.
So that's interesting. So this guy stood for his rights, stood for all of our rights, and did not comply with, hey, I need you to stay here until I can check on things and make sure that you're okay. Nope, I don't need to do that because you don't have me for any kind of crime. You can't articulate a crime that you think I was involved in or am involved in. Therefore, there's no reason for you to be detaining me. This consensual encounter is ended now. Goodbye. I like that.